Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Rdyjin, and tonight we are doing some big ambitions. Meanwhile, we have Rdyjin, the cute, down there in the bottom left, working on art. And we're using the TF talkies, so you guys can transform me live here on stream. Let's go ahead and get into the game here. I don't remember what I left off with. Which is a problem.
There you go. That's good.
Probably something to do with corner desks. They were a big plus.
I do have to do a lot with those.
Yes. Yes.
Night, Ido.
Good night, Ido.
Good night, Ido. Sleep well.
Apparently, this year's National Taco Day is on a Friday, not a Tuesday.
What? That's illegal. It should always be on Tuesday.
I agree.
Oh.
Alright, let's get this shop set up. And good to go.
Well, best of luck.
Rdyjin cute.
Uh-huh.
Haha!
What is it?
I have rendered you cute.
I've always been cute. Yep, ye who dares to fight against what you are leads you to only become that which you resent. In other words, when you say that you're not cute, the cuter you become. So, by saying I'm cute, I'm at minimum cuteness. Flawless logic.
I did not follow any of that.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure somebody on your YouTube will probably get a kick out of it.
Probably.
Oh, so you're getting yourself a red panda, huh?
Oh, I've already had that. It's just getting updated for blinking.
Well, I was about to say it, and it looks like they are making, a red panda artwork for you.
Yes? Need all the people. All of the employees to do my bidding. And then there's Ren. Ren is absolutely preciously cute.
You wanna hear a good joke?
Sure.
All right. So, a Ghostbuster dies and ends up going up to the pearly gates, right? And while he's over at the pearly gates, St. Peter comes out and he says, well, in order for you to come into heaven, you have to be judged by the trifecta. And the Ghostbuster's like, well, all right, we'll go ahead and we'll do that. So God comes out, right? And he says, well, you've lived a good life. You've helped out a lot of people. So I think you should come in. Jesus comes out and he says, well, you've done a lot of good deeds and you've been very charitable. You should come in. And the Holy Ghost says, absolutely not.
Okay.
It's a Ghostbuster.
Oh.
Ah. Sorry, that one flew over our heads.
Yeah.
Alas.
I thought it was a good one.
I thought it was a good one too. I could have delivered it better, but still. Yeah, Zerda, womp womp. I just don't have the crowd today. Maybe I'll just have to make, like, I don't know, a poop joke or something. Quiet in here.
Just kind of doing the things, putting things around, all that stuff.
And that goes the same for me on the stream as well.
Brr, brr, brr. Do, do, do.
Well, then I suppose I should be quiet as well. Not break the ambience.
Nah, we can chat.
Oh, what would you like to chat about?
I don't know.
I'll choose a topic, any topic.
Why Ren is
If
so
not,
cute?
What? Eh?
Why is Ren so cute? Well, it mostly comes from either their physical or behavioral, like response to outside influence. So if we take a look at the first part, the genetic portion, then we would simply ascertain, or possibly ascertain, that Ren has evolved, or rather, Ren's ancestry had evolved to a point where being cute was an advantage within their environment. That by being cute, they were able to survive, right? Pretty basic stuff.
Yeah.
If we take a look at it from a behavioral perspective, then that means Ren has determined, whether consciously or subconsciously, most likely a combination of the two, that by acting cute when given certain environmental stimuli, that they are able to maintain some kind of a social superiority or social, well, maybe not social superiority, but some kind of a social advantage. So, like for example, when they're called cute and they squeak, people tend to like them more, and therefore they are encouraged to continue squeaking when called cute.
Ah, I see. Thank you for this sterling, wonderful psychoanalysis. How do you feel about this examination of you, Ren?
I feel exposed.
That's okay. You're very cute. And thus I rest my case. I'm gonna go get some water.
Welcome to Rdyjin, everyone. Yes, Pakesh, we have a game day right here.
I might actually head out to a master.
Ah, have I not revved you up enough? That is fair. Ren is a good boy, Ben 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 is a good boy. What?
I love you, master.
I love you too.
But no, I really do think I should go to bed.
And how do you feel about that?
Tired?
I see, I see. But below the tiredness, how do you really feel?
Oh, well.
I
If we're
feel.
gonna go down that route.
I feel.
Pakesh is wondering if they can join chat.
Go ahead, Pakesh.
I feel very bottom right now.
I'm sure you do, you adorable thing, you.
Alright.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Is it time to tuck Ren into bed?
Yes.
Go have an EP. And we'll go back, Rdyjin. Did you get Snacko?
I got a donut and some water. I still trying to get that key situation figured out, though.
A key situation?
Oh, my car key broke. Like,
Oh.
I was
Oh.
trying to open the trunk and it just snapped in half.
Oh!
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Thank you for the raid, Ren.
You're welcome, master. Have a wonderful night whenever you go to bed.
You
Well,
as
Ren,
well.
Thank you. Night, night, everybody.
You didn't have a duplicate of the key?
Nope.
To
I'm
be
usually
fair,
pretty
very
good
few.
about these things.
Also, to be fair, most cars don't have duplicates.
Yeah. Now, this is a car I've literally had for years and years, and I've, well, never had this kind of situation happen before.
To call up a locksmith or a car dealership that carries that car and go, well, I've snapped my key. What do?
Yeah, I plan on calling a locksmith. My dad says, because he's the one that ended up purchasing the car from a guy before he gave it to me many, many years ago. That apparently there was like a magnetic box somewhere underneath the car that carries a spare key. I looked for it, couldn't find it. So, considering it's been years and years, it very well could have just fallen off at some point.
Or it's
Yeah.
buried under grime or in a cranny you don't normally look in.
Well, I barely look under the car at all. Speaking of which, I
Yeah.
think it might have a leak.
That's why you get reports of so many people. It's like, I didn't know my car had a tracker on it. Yeah, because almost nobody looks under a car, much less knows where to look.
Right. But yeah, so I'll take another look in the morning, and if not, I'll just get a locksmith. My dad is going to be coming up, and he said he'll be willing to take care of the financials for that. I mean, not that it should cost that much. It's only supposed to cost like $25 to $100 for another key. But it's just irritating not being able to have that freedom to just go somewhere, you know?
Yeah. And it's your emergency bug out in case something happens. I mean, heaven forbid, look at those floods.
Indeed.
I don't think he needs to worry about floods where he's at.
Well, I mean, we do have some flood issues here, but it's definitely not as prevalent as, like, say, lower regions.
Yeah.
Like, if we're getting floods, then you know it's bad, kind of stuff.
Flood was just the first to come to mind, but I mean, there's tons of other things that, having your emergency boogie mobile is a good thing.
Zombie apocalypse. Me coming down the highway. Boogie, boogie, boogie time. Boogie, boogie, boogie time.
Boogie Monster. Boogie Woogie.
Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie.
I'll probably be shot by, like, the first survivor I come across.
Well, it depends on how it spreads. Like, I did a fur panel, oh man, a decade ago about how to survive a zombie apocalypse, and depending on how it spreads, like if it's in one city, depending on how fast it goes, it's like, well, you have a chance to escape to, nah, you're probably gonna eat a nuke.
Yeah. I know one of the first places I'd hit is probably a food warehouse. Most people will go to the grocery stores and things like that, but no, it's the warehouses that you want to hit. One, they tend to be out of the way from population centers. Two, they obviously have a lot of food. And three, most people don't actually think of going to such places.
I could go to a museum myself.
I mean, most people don't even know where they are.
Exactly. So
I don't know about a museum, though.
Your card's right. You could probably be okay for a good while.
Why would you go to a museum of all places?
Usually
Thoughts
they're
dinosaur bones reanimate.
Usually they're very solid buildings. Usually, I mean, the more modern ones are just open glass monstrosities, but they've also got sub basements that are very secure. You've got your absolute variety of weapons, medieval-wise, so if things go sideways, you can defend yourself, and nobody's gonna go there. Like, they're gonna be hitting, gun shops and car dealerships, and
but
the stupid ones are
there's
gonna
no
be
food
hitting,
in a
the stereo
museum.
places. Yeah, but my first concern is get somewhere secure. Let the first wave or two go. I could rip off the vending machines in there. I could live off a week or two on the canned water and the snacko machines alone.
Well, sure, but that's just it. A week or two.
Yeah, in a week or two, I'll know if I'm gonna survive, or if it's like, okay, this is a global thing, we're all dead.
I'm gonna go to somewhere where my likelihood of survival is a little higher, and then make forays into notable areas like museums to get the required knowledge or resources to make a more sustainable community. Like, for example, hitting a gardening store to get soil for the creation of elevated gardens.
Well, that's assuming things, can survive past a certain point. I mean, if it gets too bad, it's like, well, it's GG's, have a nice day.
Well, yeah, I mean, but in that case, then no matter where you go, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's why I said it's like, I mean, depending on how fast this thing spreads, it's like, well, I go hide somewhere for a couple of days to, well, the city that I'm in is about to eat a nuke. Well, sucks. Because most militaries are not going to play with something like that anymore.
Be like the closest museum here. It's on a college campus, and it has a planetarium.
You already know for a fact that is not going to be a good place to go. College kids and zombie apocalypse, I feel like that's not a good mix. Oh, I know I've been bitten, but dude, I gotta show up to class. And what are the campus police gonna do? Tase them?
Campus police run over him.
Yeah, but what if that's just a really sick student? The college might be held liable.
He's got a little bit of a point there.
Oh, I'd rather take something like that than, you know, a screen door on the bottom of a submarine.
Hmm.
I still can't believe China did that. Ugh.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh, time for a story. Apparently China accidentally sunk one of their newest nuclear submarines in dock.
Well, at least it was at a dock, I guess, instead of in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, but the problem is the reactor was fueled.
I wasn't saying it was great, but like at least it's not in the middle of the ocean.
And if rumors to be believed, some unsung genius decided to open up the scuttle valve for reasons? We're not quite sure. I mean, it's China. I mean, we've just got satellite pictures that here's the sub the day before, here's the mast sticking out of the water, and a bunch of shit posting around and going, oh, this is bad.
Are we sure it's not just doing what a sub is supposed to do?
No. No.
I mean, they're supposed to be underwater, right? It's doing exactly what a sub needs to do. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, it was just their. It was just their. They were trying to get it where it's supposed to be as fast as possible. That's all.
Yeah, just turned out somebody just misjudged the bottom.
We're just testing the watertight doors. Oops, we have a leak. We only had the Flex Seal guy there.
Hey, Flex Seal's actually pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it actually is insanely good for everything I've seen of it.
I mean, it's one of those stupid products that actually works, and you go, you know what? I feel embarrassed.
I mean, I felt like it worked as soon as the guy like spray painted that freaking screen door and then used it like a boat. I was just like, oh well, maybe there might be something to this.
Yeah.
Would I do
never,
that? No.
I never believe commercials, but actually having seen it, because like my parents use it for their soft-sided pool.
Mm-hmm.
It actually does work incredibly well.
It's literally liquid goo. It works. I mean, like Gorilla Tape, it surprisingly works.
It just works,
Commercial
it
done.
just works. Little life stunning shows people buy, money flows. It just works.
You're in a happy mood because of garlic bread.
Well, yes. Garlic bread, good.
Oh, yes.
Person who fixes garlic bread better.
I miss Costco's big half-loaf breads. For some reason, they stopped making them. Blech.
You'll just have to go down to Walmart instead.
Well, I gotta
Oh
hit a
my
Walmart
God.
anyways because retro potato chip flavors come back, and I'm still trying to get to one to get it. I did pick up 6 pounds of butter today, so that's a good thing. Pineapple Jello? Whoa.
Yeah, that's a classic.
No kidding, that's an American flavor.
Oh, I am currently number 4 on the leaderboard in this game. Not worldwide or anything. This is, my game, but
Limited, at least it's not saying they're trying to hide their Marines in space.
Yeah, Russia's done that too, but unfortunately now the sub's starting to leak, and well, there's problems with what they left on board. Ugh. It's like concrete doesn't last forever, guys. You cannot seal up a leaky nuclear reactor with concrete and then dump it in the ocean.
You need to use the ancient way to make.
North Korea shot artillery at a U.S. battleship, and I'm pretty sure that battleship probably finished off that artillery. Yeah, not exactly. The Mountain Artillery Station no longer exists.
It's a shame there's a black market for World War II and older scrap boats.
There's a
What if
few
you want to-
jokes I could make about that, but man.
Well, it's because it's not nuclear.
Mm-hmm.
well, I just bought out one of my rivals' most profitable businesses.
Oh, you're gonna go ahead and like close it immediately, right?
Oh no, I'm just gonna take it over and start making money off of it myself.
Oh, are you sure you're a capitalist?
Well, yes.
Yeah, he hasn't gone
But
quite
this
Hasbro.
business is making money. Why would I cut out the... Why would I destroy the business?
Because they have a product which might infringe upon one of your products, therefore splitting the overall profit. It's actually something that some companies do. It's not like, oh, this business is making a rival product, buys the business, shuts down the business. Now our product is the only product that exists.
And you can raise the prices to whatever you want because you're the only monopoly.
Yeah. That game probably doesn't have things like, oh, well, their shirt is better than my shirt kind of stuff, but if it did, I can guarantee you that'd be a legitimate strategy.
It would be.
Oh, he's decided he doesn't want to be the next Hasbro.
I am looking at long-term gains. I'm playing it smart.
This is the difference between a true capitalist and a fake capitalist. A fake capitalist will play it smart. A true capitalist will go, I have shareholders I must appease. I must listen to them.
Ah, but you see, I don't have any of those.
That's why I said you're a fake capitalist.
How am I fake?
Well, supposedly the epitome of true capitalism is to have shareholders who dictate your every whim and thus drive you to destroy your company by becoming big and stupid.
Well, there's a reason why we have the term enshittification.
Don't dose your baby oil when you sell it, you know. Kind of hard to believe that your lawyer is trying to defend. Yes, my client went to Costco. He just likes to buy baby oil.
What was up with that?
He was having his private parties and he was dosing the baby oil with GHB, supposedly.
I mean, no matter how you look at it, that shit's just weird.
Yep. His lawyer going, he just likes to go bulk shopping at Costco. Even Costco had to weigh in and says the most you could buy is 12, and you don't carry any of those brands that he's got.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, it's bad when the company you name goes, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, don't drag us in this.
that'd be such a stupid way to get caught as a supervillain. It's just that you just buy industrial amounts of baby oil.
Well, baby
And, like,
oil.
nobody knows why.
I slightly off topic, but also slightly on. I will never forget the time somebody tried to sue PepsiCo because they claimed to have found a dead rat in their soda. And
Oh, I know this story.
yeah, the Mountain Dew. And the defense that they came in with was, that is impossible because the soda would have devoured the rat long before it got to the customer. It's like, you couldn't have thought of any other defense. I mean, sure, it's a very solid one, but that is just gross. Come on. Hey, Jester. Hey, Essler.
This product only dissolves flesh, thus you could not find flesh in it. Why are we buying and drinking this then?
Exactly. That
To be
was...
fair, it's not like I'm dunking myself in and staying there for a week.
Yeah, but that was still the moment that I kind of stopped drinking as much soda when I saw that. I still have it on occasion, but when I saw that, I'm just like, oh God. Granted, dumb me, also, you know, you guys know YouTube. Of course, there was a channel that actually tested it.
Uh-huh.
And of course, morbid curiosity led me to watch it when it popped up on my feed. Oh, God.
Bad shame. It's somewhere there's a mass murderer who's only got $30 to his name going, you know what? I'll just fill this tub of Mountain Dew and put the body in there.
It works, it works.
Probably much cheaper and probably not going to turn as many heads.
Do LAN party. People still have those, right?
Yeah.
Really rare, yeah.
Huh, motor oil is sweet.
And granted, I could do that because I'm going to be buying 42-liter bottles this week. I was down to one bottle of Coke in my closet of safety before, you know, oh, it's back on sale. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. How is the Rdyjin? It has been a bit since we have chatted.
Could be a little bit better, but not in like such a bad state that it's like, you know, danger zone. You know, like for example, like I was telling Zim, I snapped my car key, which means I can't drive right now. My company is getting merged with another company, and that always comes with a lot of uncertainty.
Ah, yes. Fun.
So, well, I'm not personally in danger for things. Like, things could be a little bit more stable, in my opinion.
Yep.
And, unfortunately, I'm also running out of money. So, that's awesome.
Oh, jeez.
You know, my bills are starting to become more than what I actually make.
This... We need to get a GoFundMe or something
Not
going?
good.
Not quite yet, but you know, if it keeps going apace the way it is, I might end up actually having to just to get at least a little bit of savings to hold off for another few months until I can finish my licensure and get that pay bump.
Oh, is that why they're not paying you as much? Because I know last we
'cause
spoke, you were saying how they were paying you less than everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, they still technically are, because I haven't been with the company as long. It's like, oh, you've only been here for a year, so we're going to put you on the lowest pay scale. It's like, alright. So I only even going to this new company, I'm only making like $40 more, which isn't great. And I'll be honest, I very heavily considered just like not accepting their offer, but for the sake of stability, I figured I'd better. Once I get my licensure, my pay is expected to increase, and it better increase a good amount, is all I'm saying. But until I get to that point, well, my money is starting to kind of drain.
Yeah. Jester, this one is cat. This is the orange potion route. If that's what you're asking about.
So yeah, Cash. I'm not in like the worst spot ever, but I could be a little bit better.
Yeah, join the club. Like we're all there in one way or another.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why I try not to make too big of a deal out of it. I would only really like be very super concerned if it's just like, oh well, I'm not gonna make rent. I'm not gonna have a house.
Yeah, well, you need to talk about it. You got all of us here, and you know you are a good being. Well,
I
hold it in
appreciate
if you
it.
do need to chat.
I might talk with you guys at some point a little bit later, but that's just to come up with like maybe a strategy for later.
Strategies.
Mm-hmm. Not necessarily because like we need to raise like do a GoFundMe or anything like that, but just just as an in case.
Sure, Zim will be the skilled one for that. I mean, he does pretty good with his funding here on channel as is.
Yeah.
As well as I can.
You've always had such a great community.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got a lot more skill at it than, you know, say me, who's never done
Fair.
one.
Mm-hmm. But on the good side of things, though, the stream has been having fairly consistent numbers, like in the 10s to 15s, so that's nice to see. Even though I'm kind of in the middle of doing boring refuge world building.
Oh, I need more of those. Okay. Those are available here?
Have extra hugs and squeezies. This says it has been a while, and it's nice to see you around.
Well, I'm always happy to pop around. It's just been so busy with my stuff, I haven't really come into this channel for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed. You have been missed.
Aww. No, I'd come in more often, but unfortunately, our streams don't tend to be very compatible with each other.
What's up?
I said, ooh, pangolin. Rdyjin swapped over to a pangolin sequence there for a little bit.
Yes. I am adding pangolin to my list of TF talkies.
Very nice.
It will be
How
live.
many does that make now?
Yes?
Oh,
Fair enough.
winter may be coming earlier than I expected. Oh boy.
That would put me at
Got a
19.
blizzard warning? 19. Whew, my goodness.
He's not addicted. He can quit anytime.
Oh, I believe it.
Sort of like how he can quit cheese at any time.
Why would I want to?
No kidding, eh? I've got 7 blocks in my CRISPR. would be any lasagnas and stuffs.
No spoilers on the Digital Circus episode. I want to watch that later.
Yeah.
Don't even know what that is.
It's a YouTube series.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, sort of like Hell of a Boss?
Essler,
Yeah.
I will very much agree with you on that. Like, this game... Being able to just copy-paste a layout would be so nice, because when you are having to staff a building that can have 50 employees, and you kind of need to have all of them, that's when it becomes a chore rather than fun. And of course, you can't just go to their... because they've got this interior designer that you can technically use, but they don't give you the option to be like, yes, let's make sure everybody's got this, everybody's got that, everybody's got this and that, and they've got this kind of desk and this kind of chair, because these are all things that employees will demand.
Well, and that's fine, Jester. I just don't want to be spoiled on the episode. Because that's actually a series I personally want to watch.
Hey, Beerus.
Is that T-Rus? T-Rus! Come, have a tea.
Huh.
And an
Which
apple
country
pie.
do you think consumes the most chocolate?
I mean, my
Switzerland?
first guess would be the US, but I doubt that's correct.
It's not the U.S. In fact, we're actually in the lower middling group.
Switzerland.
You'd be right. It is Switzerland.
Good job.
Mhm.
I was just thinking of Toblerone.
Well, it probably helps that they actually have good chocolate. You want to know who consumes the least amount of chocolate? China. And to be honest, I don't blame them.
You have a nice hot tea for you, Beerus, and an apple pie. Or the microwave dunking hits.
The graph I'm looking at here, delimited, is chocolate consumption by kilogram per year per capita. So it says here, like, each person tends to eat around, like, what? 11 to 12 kilograms a year per 1,000 people? I don't know. Per 10 million people.
Oh, I could get designs off the workshop? And I can save blueprints? That is really good to know. And I don't mind the cost of, you know, needing to save them and such. Like, that's not a big problem. I got plenty of money. It's just a chore.
The labor of love.
Sure, love, yes.
Violence is in the love. The level
Like
of
Beerus.
violence.
So like Beerus likes the teacup.
In the microwave. He loves it when his teacups are in the microwave.
Oh, how long do you think before he jumps into voice going, no? Oh, there he is in chat.
Well, he has to ask before he can get in voice. Just like pretty much everybody. And that's fair, Essler. I know I just discovered how to actually change the color of furniture the other day through Interior Designer. They don't exactly make this stuff well known.
Now you can make all those plus desks red.
That is if I had the time or inclination to devote to that. I do not have either of those.
Well, that's not very plus of you.
Yes, you can, Essler. So going into Interior Designer, you can right-click on any of the objects and then mess around with their colors. It's not a full, being able to do any kind of color you want, but they've got a really good selection. Just have to right-click the object. Pumpkin spice flavored Death Wish coffee. Interesting. You enjoy that. I'll be over here behind this blast shield.
That sounds like something you don't necessarily regret when drinking, but that you regret when it's coming out.
Okay, repeat what you just said.
I'm saying that particular coffee sounds like something you regret pooping rather than drinking.
That's what I thought you... Okay.
Would you like me to say it in a...
Nope. I'm good.
Okay.
Would you like him to draw a diagram? Would you like it in the form of a sentence?
Red fish, blue fish.
Now, when Zim closes his eyes tonight, something will pop into his mind and he'll just... Ah!
No, it will not.
You're gonna get the mental floss and scrub that out, eh? Good call.
Okay. And it looks like my headhunters already found all the employees I needed for here. Excellent. Oh, I really wish this were in alphabetical order. I know, right, Essler? I know. Hey, Rowan. Hello, Fetch. Fetch cute.
You want to get into the design mechanics, but after furnishing one 50-desk office, you're not really interested in doing that again. But think of it this way. You had the gumption to put down 50 desks. Why not just simply do 20 in designs of random colors? You know, really spice the place up. You can do it. I believe in you.
You can do it.
Oh, you know that new Ubisoft game that came down Star Wars Outlaws?
Vaguely.
Apparently, it's not doing very well. Surprise, surprise. AAA company, boring game. But do you want to know what this Ubisoft CEO is blaming it on?
Oh,
Us again.
no.
Yeah, he's saying making solid games isn't enough when you have gamers expecting extraordinary experiences. Like, I'm sorry, but your dime a dozen open world, like empty open world with barely any gimmicks and probably some way to, you know, cash in on loot boxes or something like that. It just isn't a fun experience for players. Color me shocked.
Yeah, that is always like the number of times that I have heard AAA companies being like, gamers expect cutting edge graphics and 60 FPS and rah rah rah, and it's like, you know, the most popular game on the planet is Minecraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we won't have to worry about Ubisoft because Ubisoft is going bye-bye.
Makes say that.
Tencent's
They're getting
apparently
bought
going to
up.
buy them.
Of course, Tencent is going to buy them.
Oh, it doesn't mean they're going anywhere.
No, but what it does mean is that Tencent is just going to get a little bit more of its clutches into the gaming industry as a whole.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that company at all.
Oh, Tencent? No, Tencent is bad juju.
Mm-hmm. It's the kind of stuff when you like see somebody who's had a zombie bite and they're hiding the zombie bite, but like every time the camera focuses on it, you can see it's getting like noticeably worse. That's Tencent in the gaming industry.
Yeah. It's bad. Oh, right. You know, Essler, I used to have a custom uniform per job description. Now I just give everybody one uniform, regardless of what they're doing as a job. I cannot be bothered to... When I got 600 employees, I am not going through each one individually and being like, okay, and you get this outfit, and you get that outfit, and you get that outfit.
And you're a red shirt.
Like the limited looking at it, you know, like Boeing, right? And how they put financial people in charge of engineering, and it turns out that wasn't a very good idea. Tencent, which is a data company, being in charge of a data company, which is in charge of a gaming company, how do you expect the games are going to come out? They're not going to be worth their weight in, I don't know, air. They're not going to be good products. And that's besides all the controversies and all the other stuff associated with Tencent, which I will not get into here on stream. But a data company in charge of gaming companies is just simply not going to be a good mix, because whatever products that they put forward are not going to be gaming products. They're going to be data mining products, more or less.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, Tencent has assured us that all will be well.
Yeah. So does the executioner when he says, "I'll only do it in one stroke."
I mean, it couldn't happen to a nicer company. I mean, with Ubisoft, you know, be happy you don't own games. It's like, hey, be happy you don't have a CEO job anymore. And you know Tencent, they will strip that company to the bone. Like, I expect 30-40% instant layoffs the moment that they get hold of it.
Pretty much. And honestly, I mean, I'm not going to cry that hard for Ubisoft. They've been a shitty company for actually quite a long time now.
Yep.
So
That's what
this
everyone's
was
saying.
this was a writing on the wall kind of thing, but it's just how it's going about is just simply a problem in and of itself, you know?
It's like
Like, you know nothing good's going to come from this. Go ahead.
Ubisoft, they really have just been going downhill and downhill and downhill over and over and over. Every time you turn around, it is like, ugh.
They are the prime example of how many times we got to teach you this lesson, old man.
Mm-hmm. Could I repeat what I said? The stream dropped for a bit. You'll have to tell me where I ended off. Delimited. I obviously am not going to repeat the entire thing. But I'll repeat some of it.
Are those sirens in your game?
Yes.
Oh,
Are they coming
Just
after
after
you
you
for
start
your
mountains.
coke smuggling operation?
no, that would be the DJ from the local radio station.
Yeah. Delimited, to summarize pretty much what I said, putting a company that does data in charge of a gaming company is not going to be a good mix because the products that are going to come out of it aren't going to be gaming products. They're going to be data collection products. They might hit gaming mechanics, but they're not going to be games.
It'd be shovelware, spyware.
Yeah, burrs. And considering that they're getting a big company like Ubisoft, that's not a good sign because Ubisoft actually has franchises. It actually has, recognizable products.
Content.
So you already know that they're gonna just take those franchises, they're gonna put it in, they're gonna make new ones in the skin of those products, and then they're just gonna release, bad products. It's gonna be a different kind of bad from how they are bad now, but people are still gonna get them, which means a lot of people are probably gonna get hurt for pretty much no good reason.
Remember, just like global warming, Tencent is totally trustworthy and would never harm us.
Yeah. Well, delimited, I mean, that should be proving my point. If Tencent already has products that does exactly what it is I'm saying it does, then what we're seeing is just the exact same thing, just on a much bigger scale because of Ubisoft's influence.
Ubisoft, despite being a garbage company, still has a very large market share.
Indeed.
There are still people that buy their games year after year after year. Sure, many of us gamers understand, we don't bother with them anymore because it's just the same thing repackaged 50 times with zero improvement, but they still have a huge, huge market share.
Sports games still sell.
Indeed.
But it's about time for me to hop off.
Alright,
Go
sleep well.
easy.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yep. Have fun.
Getcha.
Have a good sleepums.
Concord
you
was
enjoyed-
new, though, by Beerus. That's the difference, is that people are going for things that they know. People are going to go out and buy the new Assassin's Creed every time one comes out. Just because they always have.
Same thing with Pokemon, even though that's a different company, but still, it's recognizable. It's a brand. It's familiar, and people will buy familiar.
I mean, even I'm guilty of that. Like, for the longest time, I was buying every expansion for World of Warcraft every time it came out until... even though I wasn't playing the game anymore. It was like, every time one came out, I'm like, okay, maybe this will be the one to recapture that nostalgia I enjoyed as a kid. I finally...
Nothing ever does that.
No. I finally stopped doing that. But it's still something that I did do for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd get the new expansion. I'd get some time and sit there and play it for like a day and be like, nope, still garbage. Still can't get into it.
I think people are starting to finally learn that, hey, maybe pre-ordering, maybe getting the AAA titles are maybe not worth it anymore. Obviously, there's still enough sales for them to continue making the products, but I think gamers are starting to kind of wake up and go like, hey, wait a second. Is this product really worth $60? Or $70 nowadays, excuse me. That's right, they upped the price.
Yes, but they're quadruple A now.
Yeah, sure they are.
We still have to get comfortable not owning them, but piracy is bad.
All I know, and while this isn't necessarily an advocation for anything, if buying a game or buying a product isn't owning it, then technically making it isn't stealing.
Yep. But remember, they've got the big lawyers. We've got $1.25 in pocket lint.
Well, maybe alone, but collectively we have way more than they do. Mostly because we can burn down their buildings and, well, they don't.
When it comes down to it, we have a lot of power as gamers, as consumers. It's just a matter of getting us all to actually work together. That is always the kicker.
Together? You
It's
must
one of the-
explain this.
Well, that's one of the bad things when it comes to the gaming industry, is that realistically, we don't have much in the way of, like, say, grassroots organizations who are trying to look out for gamers that have the charisma that are able to, like, you know, bring people together and go like, hey, maybe we should listen to these people. Which we don't have anything like that. We have watchdogs, we have critics, we have, I don't know, Steam reviews, but we don't actually have any organizations organized specifically to call companies out on this BS and help, you know, make people aware of these negative practices.
Yeah, pocket lint and a buck? Lucky? Yeah. Hurrah! Yeah, the US really needs to get with the times when it comes to all of that. Oh, what do you have to say to me, Ingrid?
Ingrid from IKEA.
Oh, she opened 2 electronics stores. How cute.
Please, sir. I just want to make some money to feed my family.
Oh, she is not like that. Nope.
Yes, I got pocket lint and almost $20, but that's because I had to vacuum out the couch. You'd be surprised how much change was jammed in there. Well, jammed in there and under it.
Oh, so
$11.
vehicles.
Go ahead.
Vehicles that are put into my warehouses apparently do actually count. I wasn't aware of this.
I hope the doily keeps you warm, Beerus, because it's 3 degrees Celsius at the moment. It is lovely.
People these days are very apathetic about most things. They have enough to worry and think about. Well, there's certainly that, but there's also the fact that we are able to maintain enough entertainment and stuff to kind of ease the pressure of our, quite frankly, not great lives, that people can remain apathetic. So long as I'm able to watch my television at the end of the day, I'll be okay. I can ignore everything. And that includes, the fact that rights might be getting stripped away, or that their wages aren't keeping up, and the list goes on and on. Even technically, these streams are kind of part of that issue. I'm not necessarily saying like Zim is like a part of a conspiracy or anything like that, but it just simply goes to show you that there is a huge amount of that kind of stuff in the entertainment industry. Streamers, gamers, television, books, whatever the case may be, if it's something that can help people to not look at reality, well, that means they're also not looking at the problems and doing something about them.
I won't deny that a lot of the reason why I stream so much is to avoid thinking about all of that stuff.
Yeah, and I do the exact same thing. So it's not like I'm trying to, throw stones here. But it's just a simple truth.
I wouldn't necessarily say that people don't care about privacy, as it is more of a, I guess, apathy in regards to there is no privacy. Any resemblance of online privacy that you have is it's a farce.
The figment of your imagination, yep.
Delimited.
Well, delimited, and there you go. It takes effort.
Every single one of your messages, I guarantee you, they are being logged, and they are being used to serve you particular forms of ads.
Well, they've already proved modern TVs do spy on you. That's just one program. Computers are going to be doing it, or are doing it, for another. And then that's, not including your new smart appliances like your smart stove or smart refrigerator.
Nothing is sacred. Every product you buy, every person you meet who has a cell phone, every time you have a conversation on Discord or maybe even Telegram to a certain extent, everything you do is being documented somewhere. And then they use that documentation in order to, do things. Mostly just to sell you ads, but still.
It's down to just us, Rdyjin.
Oh, I guess the conversation was getting a bit much for people. I apologize, Rdyjin.
I guarantee you, Delimited, your information is still logged. It may not be tied to your actual real-life name. It may not be tied to your real-life name, but your online presence is tracked.
Even the absence of data is still data.
Yeah.
And if they're not tracking you directly, they'll certainly track who you're around, because those people are tracked. Like, for example, my friend said that as soon as he visited me, he began getting a lot of ads about ADHD-like stuff. Which, obviously, I have ADHD, he doesn't. He's never really had a reason to look it up. So that just goes to show you that, well, even something as simple as who you visit is being collected and stored and then sold back to you.
Good night, Rowan. Thanks for coming by.
Hi, Rowan.
And that's fine, Delimited. I'm glad that you don't have those ads. You're still being tracked.
Yeah.
Like I said, even just something as simple as going to the frickin' grocery store is tracked and sold. Whenever you buy something off of Amazon, when literally just living life is being tracked. It's not something you could just escape. I'm glad that you've put in the efforts to limit it as much as possible, but nobody can sit here and tell me that they're completely not being tracked unless you literally live in a cave in the middle of nowhere and haven't had access to human civilization for the past 40 years.
I mean, fucking hell, like, I went to Walmart, paid with cash, and somehow they still knew that I bought the particular item and sent me an email and were like, hey, what'd you think of this product? We saw you bought it. And it's like, what? Like, I had gotten those emails before, but those times I had used my card. This time I happened to have some cash, so I'm like, I'll just use the cash. And they still knew that it was me.
Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And yes, we should be putting a stop to this, because it's quite frankly dehumanizing that we're just simply being equated to, you know, numbers on a big old chart saying, hey, such and such likes, and insert these categories here.
Delimited? No.
Yeah. Anyway, that's about the extent of my knowledge on this particular topic. I can't really go too much further into the details because, quite frankly, I don't know how it all really realistically works.
Yeah.
But that is something I do know, and that is tracking as it is. The collection of your data and the selling of your data, it's an undeniable truth. And it's not something you simply just escape by, setting your browser to ghost. Like, you have to go through some really serious stuff just to limit it in any capacity, which Delimited has already expressed.
Delimited? No, my phone does not have... It is very much secure on those kinds of things. Most likely what they did was, all those cameras in the stores? Face tracking. Yep. These companies are using that stuff.
CCTV.
And of course, if you try to walk in there with a mask on or something... No, I turn those off when I leave the house. Delimited.
I don't even have a phone.
Like those, that is one thing that I will say I'm a little paranoid about, but that's because I've, I've had to deal with, well, I haven't had my stuff stolen through that, but a close friend of mine did have their stuff stolen by keeping their Wi-Fi on their phone. And my Bluetooth just isn't on, period, because I don't really use Bluetooth devices much. I turn it on when I need it and turn it off when I don't.
I guess Beavis doesn't want to come in and talk with us. We're not the cool kids.
No, to be fair, we're not having a very fun conversation. This is just a conversation.
Oh, it's 3:30 in the morning. I mean, our topics of conversation are whatever our tired brains can spit out.
Yeah. Poor Rdyjin got fed up with us.
Or just cut out the chat because he's trying to save his bandwidth, because he's another one of those that seems to suffer bandwidth cruds. I mean, for all of, America's technological prowess, internet in more than half the country is true suckage. A tin wire and 2 cans, tends to be better. It was embarrassing the speed my roomies were getting in Japan, like just being at a hotel or on a train, and it's like getting better speed here than what we're paying at home.
Oh, I like this. Security at every level of the airport is insane until you get to the baggage claim. Then it's like, take whatever bag you want.
I know, right? God, I hate checking bags because of that. It's just like, that is the most honor system I have ever seen. There is nobody that is going to stop them from just walking out with your bags. And yet somehow I don't hear about many bags getting stolen. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of bags getting stolen, but it is still such an honor system that they rely on.
Yeah. Usually, I actually remember reading this not too long ago of a airport worker who got caught stealing literally hundreds of bags simply because one of the bags he stole had a GPS tracker in it.
Yep.
And it just happened to go to his house.
If I remember the case, he tried to have it thrown out because the, quote, hacker was an invasion of his privacy.
Like him stealing the bag wasn't.
Well, It's the fruit of the poison tree. If you didn't have the tracker, you wouldn't know I stole anything. If you didn't know I stole anything, you wouldn't have me here. And if you wouldn't have me here, I'd still have my job and blah, 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 blah. So thus, this all must be dismissed. I need $5 billion and I need a hug. The judge was like, no. This is from the airlines themselves. If you worry about your luggage, buy those, Apple Pods, stick them in. There you go.
Yeah.
Like, they know the theft is bad.
I remember one guy, he's like, hey, so I found my Apple Pods. They're in, like, Iraq.
Hey there, Leah. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you again.
Hi, Leah.
And I remember one fellow that he sold his truck, and then he saw a picture online, and it turns out his truck was like being used in one of those pseudo-military caravans that the Taliban use and stuff. He's like, oh my gosh.
The airports tend to have a very strange definition of luggage.
You know, the prices in this game very much seem a little overinflated. A haircut in this game costs $88. I think I'd rather have the hair grow to my ankles before I go spend $88 on a haircut.
Oh God, no. Yeah, they turned his truck into a technical, and he just recognized like certain details on it, and he was just like, oh no.
Yeah, like, I mean, future cars, there's already, I think it's BMW that has the remote kill switch. So anywhere in the world, if you think your car is stolen or whatever, we can authorize to send a signal that'll disable the vehicle, and, we can go and secure it.
Snips the wire, puts in the software that prevents that from happening. All right, well, that was great. Moving on.
Well, as Russia found out, it's not that easy because John Deere did it to them last year.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure it's not that easy, but it's still a human product, and I'm pretty sure a human product can be somehow figured out.
True, but if it costs you more than what the product's worth, it's not worth the cost.
That's fair.
But I mean, of course, when John Deere did it, suddenly people went, whoa, 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 wait, you mean you can remote kill a vehicle from anywhere in the planet? Why would you have this on your tractors?
Yeah.
Oh, in case, your precious vehicle gets stolen, yes, citizen, yes.
Yeah, like people just go out of the way to steal tractors all the time. No, usually it's just
Oh,
tractors
God.
stealing tanks.
Oh God, somebody's stealing my tractor! They're going away from me at 10 miles per hour!
Once they get into traffic, you'll never find them.
Oh yeah, it's like, has anyone seen my harvester? Last seen still crawling across the crop.
Surprisingly, though, that is actually a bit of a problem. Not necessarily in terms of tractors getting stolen, but just like construction vehicles and whatnot. They're like, yeah, so somebody accidentally left their construction vehicle out and it got stolen. Does anyone know where it got off to? Anyone happen to see a forklift that just like, is around, something like that?
And of course, I mean, it's buried on like page 82, subparagraph 9 of your terms of service, where you agree not to sue them no matter what they do to you, how they do it to you, or how much money they take from you. AKA the Disney.
For the first time in a long time in this game, I am actually parking legally.
I noticed that. What's wrong?
I don't know.
Oh, it must be an anti-Zim. We gotta check to see if he's got a mustache and a beard.
I always have a mustache and a beard.
Oh, see, he is from the evil universe. It's the fake.
Bar John Deere's DRM to make sure you service it with their approved dealers. I think that has recently been thrown out. Like, you can fix John Deere stuff yourself now. Like, you can go to unauthorized dealers.
It's being appealed. Because
Of course,
John Deere
as
says it's,
all
you know,
things are.
Yeah.
Seriously, what is the point of having like any court rulings if they can just be appealed until from now until the end of infinity?
Because it's money. The whole system would implode like a bad cartoon if we suddenly said, you guys can't use your money to just infinitely recycle this stuff.
Yeah, until eventually you get the answer you want.
Yeah. Yep, it's Evil Zim all along. Next thing you know, he'll be standing beside Evil Spock with his beard and goatee.
Dude, Zim, you're so gosh dang lucky everybody has their brakes updated in that city.
Oh, I know, right?
I would find it personally hilarious if you weren't looking, crossed the road, got hit by a car, and you just like ragdolled for a little bit until you got up and then finished your thing. That I think would be hilarious. It'd get annoying after like the 50th time, but as a viewer, I would find that absolutely hilarious while you're just like fuming. It's like, gosh dang it!
Oh, I know. I definitely played fast and loose with this game. But no, the only thing that I wind up in the hospital for is going too long without sleep.
Yep. Evil Zim laughed. Next thing you know, this version will be drinking, you know, Diet Pepsi or Wink or Ab. That's how evil this version is. So evil.
Duke.
We have a Duke video somewhere. There we are. Duke. Duke. Tupperware. Duke proof.
I'm also lucky that nobody steals anything in this game. The number of, you know, hand trucks that I leave just sitting here with thousands of dollars worth of stuff on them is ridiculous.
Unfortunately, they're having stealing at a game convention in the EU at the moment that they're posting about. Apparently, some guy walked off with the entire prototype of a board game that was being shown. Forgot the cards though, so the game company posted on Twitter saying it's like, if you would like the rest of the game so you could actually play it, you know, please come back. At least we can give you the cards.
I would love to actually have him come back and have the sheer balls to do so. Like, hey, I'm here for the cards, and they're like, yeah, all right, man.
Yeah,
We don't get paid enough to say no, but dang.
Because apparently, according to the German privacy laws, you cannot have cameras in the exhibition hall for security. So you can't actually put cameras on your own booth. That's considered no.
Puts a camera on it, says I'm streaming to TikTok.
Not allowed.
Too late. Already done.
Well,
My
yeah,
TikTok
then they just
crowd
come
loves
and they
it.
kick you out.
Oh, dang. My TikTok viewers aren't going to like that.
That's a shame. They won't mind. Like, they've already got your money for the booth rental and everything else, so it's like, yeah, have a nice day.
Oh, has it, Leah? I didn't know that you
we're killing
played
it.
this one. I really like this game myself. I wish there were more stuff that you could do with your character, you know? Just because it's like... You can't just go enjoy your money. The only thing you could really do with your money is go and expand your business more. Which is all well and good, but that gets old.
So you want a Scrooge McDuck vault so you can dive in and swim in your coins.
Well, I more just want to be able to... Like, when I first started playing the game, I went out and was like, ooh, hey, ear pods. Yeah, let's buy some. And I couldn't even use them.
They're gonna find me a large amount of euros? Well, joke's on them. I don't have any euros.
They might force you to have a cup of microwave tea.
Like I don't do that already?
You're gonna make Beerus
I make
cry.
my tea in my coffee pot. Y'all don't scare me. Then you go to Euro jail.
Euro jail.
That sounds like some rich person like going out to the middle of the desert to rave for a little bit kind of event. Let's all go to Euro jail. You're disowning me? Alright.
Beerus quietly lurking. Tea was mentioned. Must be me. I had to tuck Beerus into his own doily to keep warm because it's so cold.
Disowned? Alright. You go to Club Fed instead of a real jail? Ain't that the truth? That's one of the things that I hate the most. Is like, oh, rich person, you've been caught doing the illegals. Go to country club disguised as a jail for like, you know, a couple of years and then you'll get out.
Rich person, you have done the wrong thing. You are on house arrest in your mansion. Oh no! Whatever will I do with my billions of dollars and all this stuff I have to keep me entertained?
Well, we've proven that's not quite right. I mean, look at Diddy.
Who?
I'm not even gonna get into why that may be.
Or, what's his name? The curly head guy that did the fake crypto. He's in the jail cell beside him.
Well, apparently they weren't rich enough then.
Well, they were rich, but the judge was, you know, like, no, you go to bad jail.
They're not rich enough, though. That's our point.
They're not rich enough. Yeah. They're rich enough, they would go to bad jail.
Well, they're rich enough.
Now,
they
more
just
than likely-
don't have connections.
Yeah, that's just it. More than likely, the issue here isn't necessarily that they're not rich enough, but rather that they were so unabashedly like dumb that the judge and the prosecution, everybody can't pretend to just not send them to bad jail.
Yep. That was pretty much joked about. It's like, yeah, you were just too obvious. You go to the bad room. Yeah, did he do it? Yes, he did. I mean, and you know what's bad when Oprah Winfrey's involved. Rich lady, powerful lady, stupid lady. Scrubbing your account doesn't make it magically disappear from everyone. I'm sure when the names start coming out, the absolute screams from Hollyweird and other places will be absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I'll have to buy a cup of tea from Beerus so I can enjoy it with them.
Careful now, you'll get Beerus all excited.
I don't know how excited they're going to be. They're hiding in a warm doily at the moment.
So, how's
They're
the
gonna
execution
hand it.
chamber going on there, Zim?
Execution chamber?
Well, yeah, what else would you be setting up all those chairs for?
Yeah, with the big beehive dome, that's what they look like.
This is a hair salon.
Oh, is that what you're,
Oh, so it's a hair
you're saying it is?
It's a hair salon by day. It's the executioner chamber by night.
Look, all I know is that more people go in than come out. Granted, it's only been one person. He hasn't come out yet, but still.
Yeah, that one person is me!
Rest in peace.
He's still hooking up the wires and the extra backup generator because, you know, these chairs take a lot of juice.
Might as well be the execution chamber, $80 for a haircut. That would be peak capitalist, like peak capitalist dystopian, is you get your ass executed and then you get billed for it.
And yeah, the decorative shampoo refused to go on a shelf, so I'm like, meh, I don't need it.
I'm surprised
My parents
no one
are
played
gonna be
Beerus.
coming over today. No. My parents are gonna be coming over today. I don't think I'm gonna let them in my house. Too messy. I'll be like, no, we can stay out here in the driveway. We can talk out here. You can pay more
Been
for a better
doing-
execution. I mean, that's legitimately what happened in like the medieval ages and whatnot, where they're like, oh, rich person's about to be executed. Tips the executioner so he only has to chop once instead of several times.
That sadly was more than once rumored that if you didn't, you know, pay properly or your crime was especially heinous, the executioner got a dull axe out.
Mm-hmm. And not the heavy one.
Nope. Yeah, he'll just bring a couple of chairs out and a spare table, and they'll have tea in the driveway.
Like I can afford a table. That's cute.
Cardboard box works.
That sounds nice.
And you can rent a Beerus. Beerus can make perfect tea.
No, they disowned me, remember?
Yeah, they disown
Well,
you.
yeah, that doesn't mean that you can't rent him still.
No, I mean...
The government doesn't
That's
want you to
disowned,
know it,
not
but
you.
he's free. You can just go in and take him.
Oh, okay. But then that would mean that I'm re-owning them instead of disowning them.
No, you're owning him. He's disowning you.
Oh, that makes sense. Then a product shouldn't have to own anything. Thank you for making this very simple, Beerus. You're owned by Sir Arabane. All rentals go through him. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, guess we'll just have to set something up. I guess I'll just have to pay him one imaginary coin every, every season for you.
You can send a packet of diet tea over.
You have the ultimate excuse to never invite your dad in. He's got medical. I mean, my excuse is my place is dirty. I don't want you guys to see it. End of story. I ain't gonna sit here and be lectured in my own dang home.
What you need is someone like me to come over and do some cleaning.
That would actually be very lovely. And it's not even that I'm against the cleaning myself. It's just with my ADHD, it's hard for me to get started. But even having somebody come over and just like hang out is usually enough to get me going on it. Like like nobody has to do the cleaning for me. It's just sometimes it's enough just to have somebody there.
Yep.
You used to have a sign at the front door that said, "This is a house, not a showroom. If you don't like it, you know where the door is." I like that. Maybe I'll have to do something similar.
Raygon,
What's up?
do you have the Beerus card?
No, I don't have many of those cards. I mean, I have some, but I don't know what I have. Definitely none of the updated ones.
I was about to say you could always play that, and that's the price for renting Beerus.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, like I said, Beerus is cheap.
How?
You know, you should also put a little
Average.
restaurant. You should also put a little restaurant in there, Zim, and just call it Last Meal.
Hairdressing salons very electrifying.
It actually got some decent, like, aesthetics there. It actually kind of looks like a bopping place. I'd be completely afraid of, like, slipping on a wet puddle and, like,
I
you
know,
know,
right?
eating shit, but still.
You got sucked into an ad and you came back in the execution chamber and transformed into a luxury spa. Well, I'm glad you like it.
As I said, haircut by the day, executioner's office by night. Little off the top, for a little price.
Debating if I want to try streaming tonight or not. It'll be just world building, but still.
If it makes you feel good, do it, dude.
I mean, yeah, but, like, effort. Because then I'd actually have to, like, apply myself instead of, sitting here and talking shit about, the, capitalism and whatnot.
Yeah, but then you'd be playing a game and still talking crap about capitalism. I mean,
No, I wouldn't be playing a game. I'd be doing world building. Two very completely different things. For one is entertaining, and the other is playing a game.
well, it sounds difficult. Take this Beerus. You may need it.
It's dangerous out there. Take this. Holds up a little squeaky moth.
Yeah, remember, the moth comes with a traveling mug, though, so, that keeps the moth safe and warm.
See, Beerus is one of those kind of moths that you just, like, you whisper at them. It's like, go, find Erebane. And then, like, the actual hero, like, comes in and helps you out. Kind of like what Gandalf did on top of that tower.
So, Beerus is basically the equivalent of a Disney pixie?
I'm not sure how you reach that, but okay, sure.
Well, like the Disney sidekick, it's like, quick, go find whatever. And of course, the sidekick unerringly finds the mystic Nyanya, the hero, the big bad, whatever, comes back and plot continues.
Yeah, I suppose that's accurate.
So Beerus is the equivalent of Tinkerbell. Okay.
Yeah, if you stop believing in them, they fade away.
If we stop believing in who?
Beerus, they fade away, just like Tinkerbell.
Who's Beerus?
I'm not sure, actually.
I don't think I believe they exist.
What were you talking about?
You're talking about coffee.
I don't know.
think.
Yeah.
Or tea.
Okay.
Oh yeah, probably tea. Microwave tea. The best way to prepare it. Also,
yeah,
Leah,
yeah. Oh, indubitably.
yes, I played a lot of Supermarket Sim, though I've actually been doing TCG Card Shop Sim lately, rather than
Which is-
Supermarket, which
It's
basically
actually
same.
a pretty good game.
It really is.
I'm a little disappointed that the new little mini expansion they brought out in collaboration with that one gaming company doesn't have more card collectibles. But, you know, I get it. It was kind of like short notice. Like, that's just something I'd love to do all day, is just keep opening card packs and trying rare stuff. So any expansion that does not have that, I'm automatically just disappointed.
Ты хитрюшка. А так?
I need to stop opening up Imgur. It's one of those things. Every time I open up a new tab and I don't know what else I want to open that tab into, I always open up Imgur, and I'm like, no, I just opened that. Closes, goes, opens up a new tab, opens up Imgur. Wait, what? No, stop that.
No, I have not yet, Leah. Oh, whoops.
Unfortunately, Zim, like, he keeps, like, crouching over his, like, pile of vegetables and continues to say stuff like, my precious, only I will ever touch you. And the rest of us just kind of, like, back away with our hands up.
Precious. It is only mine.
I still find it absolutely horrendous that the guy who did the acting for Gollum did not receive any award or recognition for his role. Like, he did it so well. Well, you're
Really
earlier,
did.
you could hear this. Yeah. Oh, and he's an excellent he's an excellent actor in the roles that he does play. Like, he's not a traditional actor. He does the motion capture stuff, but still, like, he's genuinely really good. I don't know anything about his character or him as a person. I only know him by his work. But, like, the dude should seriously have won, like, an Academy Award or whatever it is that they give stop motion actors by now. Or not stop motion, gosh, what did I say? You know, the people who do the motion animation stuff.
Mocap?
Mocap, that's it, thank you.
Alright, I gotta wait for
TCG
some...
cards. Go ahead.
I have to wait for some employees to be available, and then I can open a hairstylist.
G-Card Simulator has mods to turn the cards into Pokemon ones. That's actually kind of dope. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm actually half tempted to go download that mod and put it in. If only just so it gives me more variety of cards.
Pet the Beerus because they're being neglected.
Pikesh, why are you just kind of hovering your hand in midair like that?
I'm petting a doily.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Well, it's covering this pot of tea.
Oh, okay.
Well, they can go ahead and do it, but it's a mod. Like, now that it's out there, it's not like it's just gonna go away.
Well, I'd have to get it set up, Leah, because, like, every game that I stream, I've got custom borders for that match the UI of the game. I've got thumbnails and all that other stuff. Honestly, that's the biggest reason why I haven't done a lot of that yet.
You know what? That's a candidate for me. Somebody who says they don't believe in the economy. I like how your customers are just holding big boxes like they're in Costco.
Oh no, this isn't. These aren't my customers.
Oh.
Yeah, these are. This is a furniture store that I'm going to right now in order to buy stuff to use in my new business.
You know your stuff is very complex, you remember? Ooh, speaking of complex, Zim, I've added 6 ethnicities to my Churians for refuge. Because one of the things I absolutely hate is like monocultural civilizations or species. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We're breaking these people up a bit.
Yeah, that does tend to wind up being the norm. It's like everybody's the same, and it's like, no.
Yeah, well, it's just like all dwarves are miners, or I don't know, all elves are tree huggers. Like within this universe, it's like no, there's way more nuance to civilizations and people than that.
Yeah, but to be fair, all elves are tree huggers.
Say that to a dark elf.
Still a tree hugger.
What? How so? What's your argument?
The fact that dwarves are better.
That's not an argument.
Oh, it's the perfect argument.
Oh no, that's no.
It is the only argument. Also, Delimited, unfortunately, as much as I want to, I cannot buy out these businesses.
Yeah, they actually have to have some kind of a gameplay loop. Can't just give yourself free furniture.
Well, it wouldn't be free anyways, but yeah.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to, I cannot. Let's see, what else do I want in my waiting area? Sure, water
How about
cooler
one of
would
those
be nice.
signs that says "Please wait," and then when it's time, it flips over and says "Applause."
Ooh, Persian carpet, yes.
No. We don't call it Persian carpet anymore. We call it insert country from the Middle East carpet here. Persia doesn't exist anymore. You gotta keep up with the times, man.
Well, I ran out of space in my car. Guess I'm running this over manually. Which it isn't that far.
I'd be I'll be honest, I would be F that. I would literally probably like pull somebody off the street and say, hey, you want to earn 20 bucks? Here you go. Haul this stuff over there.
I know, right?
That's still something I find absolutely hilarious in your game, is that like technically you're like the CEO or whatever of all these businesses, right? Yeah, you're the one doing the most manual labor to get them all done.
Uh-huh.
You're spending so much time doing that you're not actually like spending any time running the actual businesses. As far as we know, even as pretty as they are, all your businesses could be failed businesses, and somebody's just lying to you on the numbers.
No, because the only reason I disagree with that could be the case, is the fact that I'm having to run into all of these businesses constantly, so I can see exactly how well they're doing.
So they have a good janitor.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly, Delimited. You need to be so far away from the actual businesses themselves that you actually have no idea what the heck is going on. All you do is just pretend to have meetings, like very important meetings, so that way you can be paid a ludicrous amount of money for not doing your job.
Yes, I do, Leah. Yes, I do. And proud of it. I don't care about traffic laws. They charge me 125 bucks. That is literally pocket change. I am simply too rich for them to do anything to me.
Just the cost of doing business. God, I hate that that's actually a thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you've been fined money? Oh, that's just how much it costs to park here. Or that's
That
just
it's
how much it
illegal
costs to kill a
defense.
man. Like, I'm sorry, when the punishment is a fine and not an actual punishment, then all you're doing is just, you know, keeping poor people poor and giving leeway to the rich to do whatever the heck they want.
The system is working.
Not to mention there's an achievement in the game for getting so many parking tickets. So I'm just, I'm working towards a lifelong achievement.
To get a bunch of parking tickets?
Yeah. I'm working on my bucket list.
Yeah, fair enough.
Though legit, this is definitely a very nice little waiting area for a hair salon.
gosh, I remember those old comics. I remember those old like the Christian propaganda comics where they like were very extreme in simple little world matters. And the reason why I bring that up is because I see a meme here where this guy is saying like the most powerful spells hitting Christian homes comes through rock music. That's why we must burn those records tonight. And it's like, gosh, I remember when my grandmother had like 1 billion of those kind of little propaganda slips.
Yeah.
That like they were only like 3 or 4 pages long, but they completely like said this is like complete like satanic worship, and it's just something as simple as like watching television or eating the wrong kind of toast.
Wait, I can set a waiting line manually?
You should have the waiting line just go all the way up to one of your chairs. That way it looks like people are waiting in line to be executed. Alright, so Zim, what do you think would be the most horrible thing you could do to an Italian?
No idea.
Would you like to know the answer?
Cook spaghetti in the microwave.
Very, very horrendous. But no. And yes, I've done that.
I've done it too.
Oh, you savage!
No, it's turning them into a vampire. Garlic? They can't have that anymore. There's like Catholic symbols all over the place. They have one of the brightest, sunniest countries in the world. It would be torture.
Microwave reheating spaghetti I can see, but microwave cooking it initially, wow, that's harsh.
I do it all the time.
Oh,
Buy spaghetti at the store and I pop it in the oven or the microwave. I'm not ashamed to admit this.
oh, you savages. No wonder why Beerus is crying under the doily.
Who?
You keep saying this name like it's supposed to mean something.
Microwave crimes. If it's a crime, then why does God let me push buttons?
Oh, Leah's got a good point. Tie their hands and ask them to give you directions. I had an old roommate that, I don't think he was actually Italian, but, or, you know, like, full blood, you know, but there was definitely some Italian in his, family, because, holy crap, he would gesture. He every time you talk to him, it is, his hands are going everywhere to just gesture wildly at what, and emphasize what he was saying.
Yeah, it turns out they're trying to give you directions and at the same time are pantomiming like the birth of a cherry tree in the hot spring of summer. So garlic just lets vampires drink you faster and easier. But think about it like this, Varian. It's bad for vampires, not for us. So while sure it would make us easier to drink, what it would do to the vampire who already lack a lot of blood of their own just means that they, I don't know, leak better? It'd be like saying, you know, let's just take a hair dryer to a mummy. Like, yeah, the hair dryer on us wouldn't really do much to stave off the mummy, but I can bet you those bandages ain't gonna hold up too well.
We're running out of French fries soon? Okay. Who handles deliveries to grave shrooms? There you are.
Oh, one of my supervisors was kind of cute. Her supervisor got an email saying that I hadn't like signed up for the job offer yet, and she came in and she was actually like legitimately concerned. She's like, "So, such and such got that email. You're not coming in. You're not gonna continue with the company." And I'm like, "Oh no, I actually signed up, but I was heavily considering." And she's like, "Well, good, because you do know I'll be your supervisor, right?" It was kind of cute.
Ah, they like you.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I mean, and she even said like I thought like I was pretty sure we had a good relationship. It's like, and I just straight up just told her it's like, yeah, it has like nothing to do with any of that. It's just, you know, I just don't think I'm getting paid enough.
Alright. Go have my daily meal. And apparently I gotta go check out Mon Garments. Where the hell is that again? I have so many businesses. Ah, it's over here.
Oh, that's funny. Do you ever wonder what picture people show of you when they're asked what you look like? That's cute. You think I have pictures out in the wild?
I know, right?
I think like my last picture that was taken of me was when I was legitimately a baby. Plus like maybe one on my Facebook that has like me congratulating somebody for graduating from high school or something. That's it. And I can guarantee you my mom does not use that one as her go-to.
Oh yeah, I forgot to decorate this store. Oops. I'll have to do that. Oh yeah, I guess you do.
Burn them.
Well, I'm starting to fade here, so I'm going to punk out, folks.
Alrighty. Catch you later.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks
for
for
being here.
hanging.
Anytime. You two have good sleeps when you do crash.
Me? Sleep?
Right? What's that? Must be similar to, you know, that thing that I forgot about earlier. Oh, here's one. Love these lunatics who say things like choose happiness. As if I saw happiness on the menu and I was like, none for me, thank you. I'll have the depression with a side of anxiety, please. The thing is, though, you can choose happiness. And I don't mean the dopey, like, oh, if you just smile, everything becomes better. No, I mean, like, people do legitimately get themselves into negative mindsets, not on purpose, but just because that's how things are. Like, and that's how things have always been. So you legitimately have to make an effort to go, oh, I want to choose to think differently. I want to choose, quote unquote, happiness. So, like, that little thing, like, yeah, come on. Like, you can legitimately choose happiness. Is that going to solve all your problems? No. But sometimes you have to make a conscious choice to, you know, to be where you want to be. And when you're working with something like depression, that could be something as simple as, hey, getting on the right medication, talking to the people you need to talk to, making a conscious decision every single day to go, I'm good enough. I'm okay.
There we go. Unfortunately, Leah, there are definitely things that you cannot just say no to.
Well,
Cause
you can always say no. You always have a choice, even when even when you seemingly don't. You do. I'm not saying that those choices don't have consequences, but you can always make a choice.
if I say no to paying my rent, I'm gonna be even more sad later.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying that they don't have consequences. I'm just saying you always have a choice. Some people say no, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do. It's just you don't want the consequences associated if you choose certain ones.
Okay, maybe I won't charge $1,600 for hair color.
That might be a good business model. Also, where is everybody? I feel like I'm so alone in here.
Gee, thanks.
No, you know what I mean, Zen.
Do
Don't
I?
you go off with that. Don't you go off with that bullshit. If you do, you're gonna make yourself feel bad. I mean, like, usually I see, like, a few other people in here, and I'm just kind of curious where everyone is. Hope I didn't scare them all away.
No, I mean, it is late on a Friday night. A lot of people are off doing other things at this time.
Suppose.
I feel like there's a message in the chat, but I don't know it.
Things such as sleeping? No. People don't sleep. What are you talking about? On a Friday evening? No, people drink. People play. People hang out, but they don't sleep. Sleep is for Saturday.
All the employees that I have to manage. I wish I could just do autofill, but it does not work.
Yeah. Rest in peace, lady who wanted a pen. Or, no, a mouse.
Oh, God.
Yeah, true story, chat. Zim here fired an employee because she wanted a mouse for her computer.
She
And he
wanted
couldn't
a
be bothered
mouse
to find
pad.
her- Yeah, and he could be bothered to find her desk to give it to her. So he just
There
thought it was
were-
easier to fire her.
There were 50 people in that office!
Yeah, and you know what a real CEO would have done? He would have found that desk.
No, a real CEO would have just fired them too. And you know it. And given themselves a bonus for firing them.
It's like, oh, wow, suddenly a lot of money just got freed up. Better use that on myself. Legitimately, that is actually how some people go about things. Hello, Werenimal. Fluffs you
Good
up as a
night,
pillow,
Wernie.
lays on you.
Wow. I'm gonna rust blood.
You're gonna explode?
Yep.
Alright,
Why
sleep
is
well.
I'm surprised to see you people still awake in here.
No, my sleep schedule's wrecked.
And to be fair, I am planning to wrap up as soon as I'm finished with this shop.
Oh, good. I can take them to the, like, working, but definitely not working on world building stream.
Well, you're gonna have to get that started up here soon. I'm almost done.
Yeah. I'm actually debating if I even want to or not. I mean, I might, but, like, I don't want to be alone. Like, being alone is gonna be Shutter's boring.
The only reason I'm still up is because I was cuddling cute femboy furries in VR chat.
Heck yeah.
Instead
Get
of
all
working.
them femboy furries.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get a new job?
No, just working on art for Zim.
Oh, gotcha.
Though I might be starting a new job soon.
Oh, that'd be good. I know the stability will help you out.
I pulled a nepotism and am getting a job at my dad's company.
Oh, gotcha.
Because there's just like literally nothing in my field that I can really get right now. Besides the one job that I was offered in Long Island, but I couldn't be fucked to move to Long Island.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, it's Long Island. The only thing they're known for is tea.
Yeah, they were offering me like 55 a year plus commission on top of that. But all of that would be negated by how insane the cost of living is there. Like, it's worse than where it is now than where I live now. And I can't even afford to live where I live now.
Yeah.
I did also apply to Lockheed Martin. So we'll see if I get that one. Let's go from one defense contractor to another. No, I see Lord Bingus is in chat.
Who?
Lord Beerus.
Don't know who that is. I don't believe
doesn't
they
ring a bell.
exist.
I do feel a pair of eyes like always watching me though. That's kind of weird.
Yeah. And occasionally my lamps just disappear.
Lump.
Well, I mean, lamps just naturally do that.
Oh yeah, the
Huh,
limited.
true,
I'm gonna
true.
go on the War Thunder forums and leak some more stuff. I mean, the company I used to work for, literally, they were the company that made the A10. Well, they acquired the company that made the A10.
Alright, I've gotten all of the part-time employees I need. But I am still waiting for some more full-time. I need to double check and make sure that I'm actually trying to recruit the full-time employees that I need. Which would be 4 more. Okay, yeah, I am already trying to recruit them. Alright, back to my apartment. Oi! Get out of my way! I'm driving here!
Driving here.
And there's the last 4 I need. Bloop.
You don't use and/or visit the War Thunder forums? Random? No.
No, that was for Weirney about
I was
getting in with
strict
a
at me.
defense contractor.
Hold the line.
Yeah.
This hamlet shall not fall.
Oh yeah, I probably should start my stream.
Pixel!
You rated my stream with 12 viewers.
Hey, Pixel, thank you so much for that raid. Unfortunately, I was just about to wrap up.
Don't worry, I'll be rapping on.
Are ya?
Here is Zim, and he is Bim. Come on down to the stream of Tin. Pretty good, right?
That was a thing that I just heard, yes. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. I am Razim. We do all sorts of things here. Would you like a regular shout out or a random clip from your channel brought up there, Pixel? Ah, Persona 5. I still need to play even just one of the Persona games.
You know, gotta know your limits to limited.
That's fair, limited.
All right. But yeah, welcome in, everybody. I am Razim. We do all sorts of things here. Right now, we are doing a game called Big Ambitions, where I try to take over New York City as a venture capitalist and stuff. We do all sorts of things here, though. Lots of tabletop games, Pokemon, Pathfinder, several Pokemon. We've got another Digimon campaign starting in the near future. And then we've got a lot of artists that join us throughout the week. We've done Super Animal Royale tonight. We do other games such as TCG Card Shop Simulator and Pixel Piracy lately. So do hit that follow button, everyone, and come join us again. And thank you again so much for that raid, Pixel. I really appreciate it. Though, like I said, I was about to wrap up here. We're gonna be doing so, well, right now. So get going, Rygon, if you're gonna start your stream.
Alright, give me a second. I gotta make a title. I'm almost done.
Yeah, looks like Rdyjin decided to drop out, so we're wrapping up here. Thank you everybody for joining us today for Big Ambitions as well as this Art Marten stream. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as picking up packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or by subscribing to us over on Streamloots. But for now, thank you so very much for joining, everybody, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Alright, starting up.